that it would be most fitting for me to give a speech that best models good teaching practices. To teach from my own experiences, always bringing my true self to the classroom, and to know my students, or my audience. And I haven't had a chance to formally meet a lot of you, but I do know that you are here to support someone that you love very much. So I figured I'd make my speech relatable to classroom teachers and non-teachers alike by connecting the topic of teaching to something we all know very well, love. I want you all to take a moment to look around the room and find someone that you love.
No.
Send them a mental thank you for helping you to be the best person that you can be. Call me a hopeless romantic, but I submit that my learning process for becoming a teacher has been somewhat of a love story. See, good teaching is difficult to define, but you know it when you see it. When I decided to become an educator, I took a leap of faith, hoping that I would know good teaching when I was in the thick of it. And you know, in a way, I was always surrounded by it, ever since I was a kid. Just like love, the notion of teaching was omnipresent in my upbringing. This was true even in my worst classes, where teaching was not a priority. In its absence, I yearned for it. At Mills, I was transformed when teachers showed me what it means to teach. They lived it. Professors, thank you for showing me true teaching. Teaching is emotional. We have moments when we are humbled, days when we feel rejected, weeks when we wonder if we made the right decision to become a teacher. On these disheartening days, we stand helpless in front of the classroom. We wonder, is this true teaching? We cry about it later that night to a good friend. And then we have moments of elation. We have honeymoon periods where we feel giddy and excited. On these good days, nothing can take the smile off of our faces. We want to stand on a mountaintop or a podium at graduation and tell the world how great it feels to teach. Learning is emotional too. After all, why bother learning something unless it inspires us to be a better human being? In our education program, we learn the importance of honoring emotion in the learning process. For example, my classmates know that I always had something to say in Anna's and Ruth's classes. They probably also know that every time I spoke up, I was on the verge of tears. Learning tough stuff does this to you. It's emotionally exhausting. And teaching is about vulnerability. In the teacher-learner relationship, both parties are called upon to open up and expose their true selves. As teachers, we put our students in incredibly vulnerable positions. We ask them to show us what they don't know, to embrace new experiences, and to trust us. We also make ourselves vulnerable. We engage in endless acts of care and tough love with the hope that our students understand that we do what we do because we want them to have everything that they deserve in life. Speaking of vulnerability, in this program, I saw giants fall. I'll have you know that every graduate seated among you has come a long way in 9 months. Many of us, myself included, entered the program thinking we were hot stuff. We got social justice and equity all figured out, we could name our own race, and hey, bonus points for being able to identify your own social class. And then we let go of our pride. We stopped bickering and we started listening to each other. Learning happened when we began to listen adoringly to what others had to say. When we learned about new ideas and experiences, we crumbled, thinking to ourselves, thought I had my life all figured out until you came along. Thank you, colleagues, for leaving such a deep impression in my heart, because I know you might have changed. Thank you for sharing so much of yourself with me. Teaching is uncertain. We wonder if we are making informed decisions, if we're making a difference. We wonder if we're doing our best, and we Sorry, colleagues, you thought you heard the last of my anti-math science phobia tirade? Not wrong. Math and science sometimes have a bad rap for being difficult, scary, or complex. Maybe you're the type who thinks it's not my thing. Sure, there are those of us who have had a lot of positive, memorable encounters with math and science and love. These are the folks who dove into the unfamiliar with both feet. No one just knows how to do math and science when they are fresh out of the womb. Those who are good, or rather experienced, at math and science are so because they continually take risks in their learning, despite any fear of the unknown solution or variable. Just like love, right? Those who resist the fear of it and practice it become better at it. And for those of you who are not yet quite well acquainted with the mysteries of math and science, I urge you to throw yourself in it. Light that flame of curiosity. Yes, it's daunting to look at the physical world in a way that you've never seen before, even though it's right there in front of you this whole time. But try it. Overcoming math and science phobia does not mean becoming fluent in math and science. It only means that you allow yourself to have new experiences. Most importantly, when you come across a young student who is struggling to understand math and science, do not discourage them by telling them that it isn't for everyone, because it is.